Okay. Yeah. So we'll balance on the fly. If everyone's ready, we can go ahead and get started.
Ready?
Yeah.
I was ready as we can muster today.
Last time on Humblewood from the Ashes. After recovering from a shadow creature attack in the Avian's lower library, the defenders of Alderheart were tasked by Dean Gabe Winsworth to investigate several mysterious incidents at the magical college. The party split up to follow three leads. Quilton investigated student Figgery Figgins. He had sighted some four-eyed monster of some sort. Perry consulted Professor Corvax Ravanier about cryptic divination messages concerning, quote, a black heart among the white and gray, unquote. And Vim explored reports of unusual skeleton behavior, the servitor skeletons in particular. While Rikki stayed behind and explored the cafeteria a bit. That's at least the story we go with. Their investigation led to Professor Glinda Nightseed's office, where, talking with her, she seemed a little sketchy, and some of you spotted a forbidden book called the Necronomicon Ex Corvus. Bringing this information to the Dean, Nightseed faced termination following a security investigation, in which, while she claims to have known nothing about the book or the strange occurrences you were investigating, she was found to be working on necromancy magic unrelated to those, seemingly unrelated, which is still grounds for dismissal. Discussing this the next day, after this all went down, in your dorm, you received a mysterious note that said, and I will bring that up on the screen, actually. Here's the Forest Terrarium, Central Building, East Wing, midnight. Come alone. I know where the missing pages are. And with that, you decided to do an Audrey, and you were told that you essentially came that the you should go to this thing, but it will be dangerous, seemingly dangerous plus necessary, dangerous but necessary. And that's where we are today. What would you all like to do?
What time is it right now?
Say probably dusk. The note came towards the end of the day.
What a mysterious note. But very fine penmanship.
Those are some really straight C's.
Looks like someone took notice of our investigation. This is...
Should we tell the dean? So this, like, I know he said come alone, but maybe we should still inform somebody that we're headed into a trap. Sorry, we're going to this thing.
I mean, if no reason they couldn't have told the dean themselves, but they told us instead. Maybe the dean is involved somehow.
Someone that we knew we were investigating about the pages.
Unfortunately, this is way past my bedtime. It's almost 6:30.
Have you ever
But the
tried
buffet
to...
doesn't close until 8.
You think they have coffee down there? I'm gonna load up on coffee.
Have you ever tried to stay up past your bedtime? Maybe you get even stronger.
No, not for like 50 years or so.
You could probably find somewhere on campus a closet full of decanters of endless coffee, just for all the students and teachers on campus.
Staying up late is great. It's when you're allowed to burn the midnight oil.
I get the jitters. After I just have one cup, but this cup never ends, so...
So it sounds like you do want to head there at midnight. Going back to Perry's concern, did you want to tell anybody, or what?
I don't have any reason not to trust it.
I'm fine with whatever.
Yeah, I'll say...
If no one's thrilled about informing somebody else, then yeah, Perry will just go
No,
on with it.
we're working directly for the Dean, so we would let them know we have a lead. At least I would.
Okay.
Should we be sneaky in case they're watching us? Maybe if they see us go to the Dean, they'll be like, they told. I'm gonna not meet them now.
Oh, that's also true.
Does anyone have message?
You've got that bird, haven't you? Yep,
Ah.
the bird.
I gave it to a scared little kid who was actually a young adult.
28 years old, he's on his
Yeah.
PhD.
Yeah, I told him if he saw anything to let us know via Messenger Raven.
I could send Slaughter to deliver a message.
That'll be
Yeah,
subtle.
it couldn't hurt.
If you tie a message to his leg, will it just burn right up?
I'll write it in this on this bottle and put it write it on this paper and put it in the bottle and carry the bottle.
I do have a portable RAM. It'll make
That's
so much.
the big part.
It'll make so much noise that they won't be able to hear us. No, it's
You really want to use that.
yeah. If we can discreetly send a message to the Dean. Well, why not just this?
Okay,
Why don't you turn into one of your little lizards and just slip under the doorway?
Okay, but you're gonna have to give me the message then.
Well, you can just talk to him, you know.
Well, let's say this. While you're discussing all this, Rikki comes up and says, maybe one of us should just stay behind, just to throw off the scent, and then can go to the Dean and let them know what's going on, while the rest head to the terrarium. And Rikki will volunteer to be that person.
Can I help Rikki using our Scroungecraft to make a bunch of Home Alone silhouettes of us so that she can make it seem like we're all in the room?
I love it so much that yes. I forget if you automatically do that or if you need to roll something. What's the actual ability say?
The roll to make it permanent, I believe.
Okay.
Scroungecraft, you just construct crude functional versions of common items, which, I guess, a little mannequin for 3 people between the 2 of us.
Yeah, we'll say that you can set that up. Go ahead and make a God, what kind of roll is going to be? I want to say either a dexterity for craftsmanship or a
I think that's the
performance roll.
I think that's the point.
Well, they're automatically going to do it. It's a matter of I just want to see narratively how good this is.
Well, I'm saying Mapacs are just experts at it.
Yeah. What was that? Performance or
performance or dexterity? Because it's either going to be crafting it or figuring out ways to make it.
I'll at least give this a chance. I'll roll a dexterity.
Okay.
On a save. Where is it? There we go.
Okay. You're able to make things pretty well enough. It is more like Home Alone 1 with like cardboard cutouts of Michael Jordan on
literally that's all I had in mind.
Yeah. It's not quite
Around the
Home
Christmas
Alone
tree
2.
is currently playing in my head.
Yeah, it's not quite Home Alone 2. But Rikki does have like some sort of, we'll say like an audio drama on some magic stone of angels with even dirtier souls, or angels with dirty faces is the fictional one that she can put on if anybody comes to the door. And they'll hear a gangster movie.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Vim as Peter Lorre in Angels with Dirty Faces.
I mean, to be fair, all I need to do for my silhouette is just constantly have a lit candle behind it. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, he's in there.
But yeah, and Ricky's going to stay behind to make sure that's going, and then we'll eventually sneak out and head to the deep.
We did it.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Fist. That's my impression. of Rikki.
That's Rikki, all right.
That's our Rikki.
Oh, you.
Might stop by the Regurgitaria again. Some good food there.
Get some seconds and then thirds.
I mean, it starts with the seconds.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you have plausible. You have a fake alibi, backup.
I feel like we aim for the Home Alone scene, but we end up with the sausages from Freddy Got Fingered.
Maybe if you had a natural one, you would have had Freddy Got Fingered.
Daddy, would you like some sausages?
Okay. So, with that, does anybody want to do anything before midnight?
I'm gonna get my figurine back because we might need to send an emergency message.
Should we sneak to him as well? Should we scare him?
Make an investigation check to see if you can find Figgery. It's not gonna be a high roll, but if you roll low, it'll change things.
6.
Okay, you catch him just as he's leaving his room for like a late night class. Like, Mr. Quilton,
Why do you have classes at 11 o'clock at night?
Well, I mean,
Astronomy.
yeah, astronomy. Yeah, that's it.
Are you two in cahoots? What's going on here?
What?
I go, we may have a lead on the bone monster.
Who is it?
We don't know, but we have a man on the inside.
Inside the bone monster? Did he get eaten?
I'll keep you informed.
Oh, this is exciting. This is just like one of my Humblewood animes.
Yeah. That would be like a manga because I don't think animes exist because it's a moving picture, Mark.
It's my Humblewood, okay? I get to determine if movies exist.
I love
mean,
the
there's
Shadow
the wood
Puppet Theater.
tender.
Shadow puppet anime. You see he's holding like a bunch of like he's got a textbook on astronomy. Actually probably astrology.
Because he turned it into a flip book in the corner.
Not quite, but in the inside it's stuff like a couple of different like comics and pictures and whatnot, so maybe he's going to see a shadow puppet anime. But okay, well, good luck on that. I don't know if you asked him actually for the statue.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need that back in case we need to call for help.
Oh, well, what am I gonna do if I need help?
That's a good point.
You can call for help.
I mean, I usually do. I'm very good at it. I got a lot of practice.
I'm starting to regret giving that to you. It's causing quite the dilemma.
Make a either a persuasion or intimidation check, because this is kind of like guilt tripping him.
No, I was just kind of kidding with that.
Yeah, but it kind of works though. I kind of like it. If you want to, you can.
19.
Like, well, I if you think this will help, I mean, I know where you are. Your room's right over there. Points down the hall. All right. But I think just make sure you stop whatever the monster is. He gives you the figurine back.
Honestly, I don't know how this would help, but we'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. All right, I've gotta get to my astrology lesson. Yeah. Okay. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye. Runs off.
Wait a minute. It's a cloudy night tonight. There's no stars in the sky.
We've been bamboozled.
Yeah, bamboozled.
I think that's your cataracts, old man.
Oh, it's true. Everything's been cloudy for a while now.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. It's okay.
Does anybody want to do anything else? Stock up on any supplies? See if they can find any other information or
Oh, that's right.
whatnot?
Quilton's probably all like jittery. It's all coffee. This is what I've been missing for all these years. Ooh.
I'm never drinking tea again. Coffee only.
Coffee only. Oh. You run a marathon. Let's go. And I start running off. Ooh.
We should make a drunken master variant that's coffee master monk.
Coffee master.
And you just get double attacks because you're so jittery.
I get a exhaustion after every combat.
Okay. If nobody else wants anything, then you can head off to the terrarium. Head off a lot closer to midnight. Head on over.
You have to sneak by like night guards stuff.
No, it's open.
Oh.
It is a dark, moonless night as you step into the large floating disc that houses the forest terrarium. You find yourself in an unusual woodland with several types of trees that don't look quite right beside one another. Turn the music down a little bit. In the center of this place is a building made up of a great central dome, which branches off into two semi-spherical wings on either side. The night is deathly quiet and cloudy. This is the best little magical terrarium art I've found, so it's not indicative of Humblewood. But you get the idea.
Are there literally night owls, like strigs, that just stay up all night?
I'd imagine that would be like the name that they give to like the gardening and botany teams.
I think it does make sense. There's just strigs that just hang out at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're in full plate armor, so they're night owls.
Good one. What would you like to do?
Can you give us any directions on where to wait?
Well, let's open that note back up and see what it
look at it.
says. What's it say?
I'm trying to find it.
Oh.
Pen and ink.
Yeah, that one.
Forest Terrarium, Central Building, East Wing, midnight.
I'm alone.
Home Alone. You filthy animals. So we're in the terrarium. Is there an east wing in the terrarium?
So you're in the sort of foresty biome, and this art is a little misleading.
Yeah, no.
There is a central building, and the building has two sort of wings that branch off of it.
Okay.
You are in the forested area, and you can see the building.
Well, let's be discreet. Head off to the east wing.
All right. You head on over past It's like going through a gardens of overgrown plants that are like being studied. Lots of nice ones, a lot of weird ones. It's a mix of wanting to get the environment to feel a certain way and plants to study and to grow for herbalism and whatnot. You head into the...
I keep an eye on Vim, because if any of these plants get destroyed...
I was keeping an eye on... Because, you know, I think... I imagined that we were passing people that were doing just night work and whatnot. Did any of them seem to pay more attention to us than the plants?
Not so much. You haven't seen too many. They're mostly magical sort of things that'll keep the plants like watered and whatnot overnight and things like that. There are occasionally people around, but nobody is paying you any mind. It's not like this is off limits at night. It's just, you know, nobody's studying anything. You head on into the central building. It doesn't have a door, it has a wide archway, and this is essentially a museum. You don't quite see dinosaurs and fossils and whatnot like this,
Wow.
but...
This one says birdfolk ancestors.
Yeah. The ancestors!
There's lots of... There are fossils of various animals on display. Dioramas of extinct plants and things like that. This is from eras past. It is essentially a dinosaur exhibit, but within the world of Humblewood.
Vim looks at some of the extinct plant exhibits. It's like, wow, I wonder how they burned.
This shouldn't be here. Grant, this is impossible. Shouldn't be here.
What do you do?
Kind of be awestruck by the prehistoric fossils for a minute. I'm like, oh, I haven't been to a museum since I was a young man. Wow. Can you believe?
So you head over to take a look at one of the fossils.
Yeah. Can you believe that these creatures walked the earth thousands of years ago? Hundreds of years ago? Yeah, because that's when the gods created us.
And then they thought, no, we can do better, and they made us instead.
Yeah. It's all real.
Wow.
Religion is real.
Perry's gonna be paying attention to what's going on around him, seeing if he can hear like footsteps coming, or
Okay.
you know.
Make a perception check. And then Vim, what are you doing?
So just a bunch of humble bird folk, just like cavemen, dioramas,
Cave birds.
cave birds, like
So is
dodo,
this
like dodo
They
birds.
say
and
during the
saber-tooth
Ice
tigers.
Age, you see the Ice Age proto bird folk, and there's like just penguin fossils there.
Yeah, but there's like dodo birds and saber-toothed cats and
Yeah.
In the place that you would have the Neanderthal, it's the dodo.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this place
So
believes
yeah.
this place
7
believes in
perception
Homo
for Perry.
sapiens.
Did man once rule the Earth? No. Vim, what were you saying you were doing?
Is this so according to note, is this the place, the time? Like,
Yeah, roughly. You head over to the East Wing and take a look at some of the fossils there.
So in this room, I would like to just sort of pulse out a casting of good link to find traps. So it says within 120 feet of me,
Okay.
if there's anything set up. It doesn't tell me
You get
where
to-
it is, it just tells me if there is.
You get to a bit of a center place, or a place that's not towards the edge, so somewhere you can get a large range of stuff that you can see, and you do that. Cast a spell. Nothing pings.
Okay.
No douse.
I mean, we can steal any of this without any consequences.
traps are. I guess it would sense alarms. So
It says it senses the alarm or glyph of warding spells or
Yeah.
any mechanical traps.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say for the purposes of this, like they probably have anti-theft things, but you know enough to put it towards like unknown traps and stuff like that, and none of that comes up.
Okay.
So
That's fine. That's all good.
all right, Perry, with your 7, you don't hear or see anything. You get the occasional weird, noise in the distance, but it's all teething
Yeah.
sounds. And the open archway out to the outside has got noises there. But then you feel you do see something. You can't make out anything. You see a shadow moving in the distance, and hear the sound of sharp footfalls on the smooth stone floor. Suddenly, Quilton, in front of you, the elk skeleton that you are looking at flashes and crackles with dark energy and bursts through its glass confines.
So realistic.
And I'm going to need everybody to first, sort of on the right side of the map here, you're roughly in a good spot, I think, of what you guys trying to do. If you want to move slightly different
Well, I'm
spot, you can.
right in front of where the elk skeleton was, so put me there.
Yep.
I would have been whatever central lower position you suggested would have been good for.
Would you prefer to
Doing
be
a
on the upper floor or the bottom floor?
I would imagine in order to do this, I would have been around about here. So
Okay.
I imagine that there's the lower floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And Perry, where do you think you would have been?
Probably up top to see, get a better view of
Okay.
things. So, yeah.
We have a night at the museum situation.
Ah, jeez.
I knew this would happen.
I haven't seen that flip book. Don't spoil it.
I need everybody to go ahead and clickety-clackety roll for attackety. Where's the turn? Oh, there we go.
Wow, I must be startled by this
The
elk.
elk. Yeah, this is going to be a surprise round, so the elk gets advantage and still rolls crap.
Do you want my turn just so you can? When
Does that
you
mean-
get your turn?
Does that mean we get disadvantage?
I gave him advantage, so that works just as well.
Well, just so you know, that's the rules that the players get
Gotcha.
disadvantage.
Yeah, the math works the same way. So it's fine in this situation. If we had more creatures, I'd probably do that, but this is fine. Did you want to switch with Vim?
I like the idea of me being surprised.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, Perry. As
It's right
this
behind me, isn't it?
Perry, as you look back, you see, you hear the crashing of glass, and before it can kind of get out of the glass case, containment window, whatever you want to call it, display, you're able to go ahead and jump right into action. So you're up first.
Thinking cloud of daggers in the middle of it,
All right.
or on the end. So, like, if Quilton goes in for an attack, he won't.
I got you. It's a big creature,
yeah.
so you want to just
He's on the rump.
Cloud Dagger is just a 5x5.
I believe it is.
1 square, I should say.
Yeah, 5-foot cube, so single cube.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to post it.
Foreground. There we go. I got it. I'll look it up in my reference.
Maybe instead of daggers, just a bunch of bones chip off and start, like...
The glass,
yeah,
kind
the
of like
glass,
the glass
yeah.
comes up. Yeah. So we'll say that, yeah. 5-foot cube centered on a point within each creature in that area takes 4d4 slashing damage. So it immediately takes 12 slashing damage. And yeah, okay. Anything else, Perry?
That'll be it. Wait. I want to give Bardic Inspiration to Quilton.
It's a D8, I believe.
6. Hold on.
Okay.
It's a level 4.
Yeah, I can never remember when that updates for bards.
Yeah, 1d6.
Okay. And would you like to move anywhere?
I'm fine where I am.
Okay. Vim, you're up.
Well, actually, I'm down. How high is that balcony area?
10, 15 feet up.
Easy enough. Alright. I'll bonus action put jump on me.
Maybe,
All right.
maybe Slaughter can transport you?
There's no time.
Okay.
And,
It's trying to
yeah,
be cool.
So I can get to here, and then it says use 10-foot movement to do a 30-foot jump, so I can go boing.
Yeah, okay, yeah. If you want to jump to about there, that's completely fair.
Then yeah, I'll just jump up into this space.
Where are they?
Yeah,
Jump
kinda
now?
Jump on some of the things, and you kind of like spring yourself up. Do a cool flip.
I learned it from you, old man. I learned it from you.
And you jump pretty good now.
I also learned that old bones don't like it being cold, so I'm gonna cast Frostbite,
All right.
which is mostly, let's see,
Con
item
save?
link. Where is it gone?
Con save, yeah.
Yes, Constitution saving throw.
Rolls a 6.
Nice. So on a failed save, it takes that damage, and it has disadvantage on its next weapon attack roll before the end of its next turn. So
Okay.
mostly for that effect.
Gotcha.
Old bones.
Your God, is that what I look
Starts-
like?
It starts rattling because it's cold.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, that's all the things I can do.
All right. The elk fossil is up, and it is immediately. It is going to kind of crash. Okay, so it sees you, but it has the instinct to kind of charge. So it's actually going to run by Quilton towards Vim. So it is still within Quilton's range, so it does not get attack of opportunity. But it's going to now take a natural 1.
Yay.
So it tries to get you, but you manage to jump just behind the one of this giant dragon statue on display, and kind of get stuck in its
I still have the jump, so I literally jump and avoid it.
Yeah.
Boing.
Jump and grab onto something, and it kind of like swings under you. Unfortunately, that's all it can do. Quilton, you're up.
You know, bones are brittle, so have a little bit of bludgeoning damage. I want to do a armor strike. 14.
14. Hits.
Hits. For 8 bludgeoning.
You hit it, and its bones crack.
Yeah.
You do
Skeletons.
extra damage.
Oh, I like the sound of bones breaking. I had too much coffee. And I can't control my next strike because I immediately attack again. 19 for 7 bludgeoning.
Once again, just smack it, and just bones. It did not have enough milk this morning, so brittle bones.
It's still up.
Yep.
Then I'm gonna do one more. Do that flurry of blows.
The unarmed strike is already your bonus action, is it not? It's not that you can determine to make a third strike after you do that.
Kind of more the same, don't you think? Doesn't really matter. It lets me do an
It's,
extra. It lets me do an extra unarmed strike on my bonus attack.
Okay, I'll let you do it this time, but like in the future,
Okay.
it is a called thing because it is a resource and a thing. It's not something you can wait to see to use.
I was gonna do it anyway, to be honest.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So strike. Oh, this as well 9.
Yeah.
But I got a d6.
Okay,
10.
misses.
Okay.
Get your other one, and like first one hits, your second one hits, and you wind up a little bit, and then do the third one. It goes right through its rib cage and misses. Right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Before Perry can continue, you hear crashing on the other side of the left side of the building, as another elk statue or fossil on the other side comes to life and breaks out of its display, and it will add itself to initiative. 18. I'll have it go after Perry. Perry, you are up.
Maybe you can use your action to move the cloud of daggers. If you like.
Can move it up to 30 feet. Yep,
30 feet.
if you wish. You there, ShortStack? Oh, you're muted.
That would be why. Okay, that's exactly what I
yeah.
was going to do. And that's why it took me so long to respond, because I thought you guys were talking, to what I had said. Yeah, I want to move the cloud of daggers onto the one that's, right in front of
Alright.
Quilton, but do it in such a way that it still doesn't hurt my comrades.
So like right there.
You've got full control of it,
Yeah.
so just spitefully shreds him on the
You
way.
can put it in the middle of it, so we can go wherever we want.
Would you prefer it in the middle, or do you want it on a grid square? I'm gonna say for this, because it's a cube. Let's keep it on the grid.
I think it has to
Okay.
occupy a grid square.
Well, it's weird. You can technically put it in the middle of a square.
Yeah, it depends on like how you're running the thing. Let's keep it to the grid because this is one of the few square grids I'm forced to use. So let's do it for that.
We walked through the door and suddenly felt the compulsion to walk in straight lines.
Go ahead and roll damage for that.
See what you do in this 5-foot thing. You put it in the middle so you can hit 5 creatures,
You gotta hit at
or
least,
4. I mean,
you gotta touch at least 50% of a space to have it count in that space.
That's true.
It does take the 9 damage though. Just bones chipping away. Think you got a tibula? You think you got its wishbone? It's gone, but it's still standing.
Oh man, bone
Alright.
spurs.
Bardic inspiration to them.
Eh.
You can do it. And that'll be my turn.
Other elk skeleton is up, elk fossil, and it's gonna just pretty much dash. What's its speed? Ooh, that's a lot of speed. Get there, and then just dashed over to here.
oh good, it's not wrecking everything.
There's lots of little things that it goes through, but the direct pathfinding algorithm has to go, down the stairs and up the stairs. Vim, you are up.
So, query. This being a display skeleton, did it have, like, metal strut supports or anything? Is it held together?
It did have some supports, but they're no longer attached to it. They were like just holding up the pieces, and it doesn't need them anymore. So
now it's a magical skeleton.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm just going to...
Run away.
I'm gonna take a step back, see if I can see what it provokes.
It will.
Yep. I think is that C concentration, because I think that's meant to be on parry.
You did jump. I thought jump was concentration.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a wonderful little thing that just lasts for a minute.
Yeah, jump's awesome though.
Let's see over here.
Before it was all complicated, now it's like you jump
Yeah.
on.
Now it makes much more sense.
Alright, it will take an attack on you. It will do...
Yeah, why are you backing up?
$21 hit.
Yes.
You take... Ooh, 21 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, why?
What?
Holy fuck.
What?
You got a
Wow.
good hit on that. Yeah. Giant, elk skeleton just coming down on you.
Are you sure this isn't supposed to be huge size?
Large.
Okay.
With the oofta.
They oofed him?
Hit me with his oof. Alright. I will... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop the flaming sphere in front of me, next to this elk, and then go and run and jump the 30 foot. So let's see, that was. Is that 15? Yeah, 15, and then I can jump 30 foot away.
Boing.
Yep.
Springboard over to there.
Bingo boingo. Then I think
Does the flame sphere
go. Boink.
flame sphere do anything, or do you need to throw it at it magically?
So here we go. I'll bring it up. So action to cast it. Bonus action, I can move it. If I move it into a creature space, that creature makes the save against the sphere,
Okay, so you want to.
and the sphere stops there. So
It's like a light
I'll
source
use a bonus
slash-
action to bop it.
Yeah, it's like a life source, but it's also a flame bolt.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bop it.
Is it if they end their turn next to it too, they take damage?
So any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere makes a dex save or takes the damage, or
Yeah.
half. So, bonus action, move it up to 30 feet, rolling into sphere. If I move the sphere into a creature space, that creature makes the save. Again, so I force
It's
it
a
to
dex-
make the save now.
Dex save? Dex
Yes.
save? 4.
Alright, so I'm rolling 2d6. Ooh, I get to use my new feat. I get to re-roll that 1.
Ooh.
Oh wait, no, I treat anyone as if it's a 2. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Still.
Don't forget you have dark inspiration.
It's a save, so it's
Oh,
not me
gotcha.
rolling
Yeah.
for that.
And does it go to the damage dice? But yep, it's looking pretty weak though.
Yay!
The elk skeleton is up now. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and finish.
No, I was just trailing off on being like, yeah, and that's my turn.
Doesn't like being in these things, so it's going to move out of them, and it's going to attempt to hit Quilton. Is going to attempt to hoof you. Does a 20 hit Quilton?
What?
Will, but let's see what deflect attack does. Take a reduction. Yeah, I'm going to deflect that attack.
Okay.
Takes a reaction.
Use your reaction. So it's essentially oh, cool. So it's deflect missiles, but for any non-magical normal damage. Cool. All right. He does 13 bludgeoning damage to you. Go ahead and roll your 1d10 plus modifier and to monk level.
Yeah, plus 7. Wow.
Vomit off.
12.
You take 1 bludgeoning damage. As
I do kung fu with a hoof.
Yeah, you basically do that thing that martial arts masters can just like block any like incoming punch, and you just do that with its antlers. But you only hurt your arm. Okay. Anything else? I'm sorry, that's the elk skeleton. Anything else, elk skeleton?
No, I'm okay. I'm gonna go back to my case.
That's all he does. Quilty baby, you're up.
Quilty baby. Right, I'm going to raise up my short sword of the wood, which is mine now, and not Brenna's.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast spike growth.
All right.
And I'm basically gonna. It's a 20-foot radius, so I'm gonna basically cast it right here. So when this elk runs up the stairs, it has to run through spike growth.
How big is it?
20.
Oh no, doesn't it have to be centered on you? Remember?
Yeah.
Within range.
I think the sword specifically says.
No, it says within range.
Okay, yeah, you had a different thing going on when you used against the.
Okay. Well, I mean, this spike growth is 150-foot range, 20-foot radius.
What does the sword say that lets you cast it?
Oh, okay, the sword may be different. Sorry.
Yeah. Expend a charge, speak the command word, centered on yourself.
Oh, okay.
And you are unaffected by it.
I'm gonna tell Perry to
Jump and fly.
jump and fly on her turn. His turn. Okay, well maybe that's not as useful. Center myself.
Yeah, what would you like to do instead?
Okay, sorry. I was gonna continue to attack then.
All right. First attack. For your main attack.
Yeah. Oh, very sad, Mark.
Hey, I'm the one who remembered that what happened last time.
9.
9 will not hit.
See, now I'm just rolling horrible. 10.
10 will not hit. Is that a flurry or are you just doing a bonus action?
Just bonus action.
Okay.
Then I can't disengage. So I use that bonus action. Okay. I'm done.
Alright. Perry, you're up.
Well, seeing the charging skeleton over there are coming up, I'm going to drop the daggers, because that's an action to move it, isn't it?
I believe so. Oh, do you want to drop it and then recast it?
No, I was going to drop it and cast Mirror Image. Though I guess I could, I don't know.
Well,
I would say keep it up, because it's going to do damage to it.
Yeah,
Mirror
but it's
image.
blocking...
Wait. Mirror Image is not concentration, so you can cast that while keeping this up.
Yes, but my daggers are like blocking them from the enemy. He'd have to go through it.
No. It's mine's a magical ball of fire. It can pass for daggers.
Oh, okay. Okay, then
Yeah.
we'll leave it there then.
Yeah, Vim didn't wild shape into fire. He
I'm on the
just
other
dropped
side
the
of the
fire
room.
bowling ball. Yeah, he's all the way up north. Yeah, I see what the confusion was though. But okay,
Yeah,
go
we,
ahead.
We can stack our magical summons.
Yeah. What would you like to do instead then?
Mirror image. I mean, I'm still gonna do.
Okay.
I'll just keep up the daggers.
All right, got 1, 2, 3. Any movements?
Probably go. Oh, jeez. Just move a little closer to Quilton. We got company coming up behind
I
us
see it.
in the rear too.
I tried to do
Okay.
I tried to do something where I didn't read the rules correctly. This sword is very finicky.
Maybe you should rename the spike growth that you have in your sheet to self-centered spike growth.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's what I do a lot, so it's actually a good thing. You are super lucky, Perry, because that elk skeleton 10 feet away, is 5 feet away, is 5 feet between you. And it is just gonna... Yeah, it's gonna close the gap. Just dash to get over to you. Kind of like, we'll say it tramples on some of these things on the displays over here. Just trying to trap you in there.
Precious bugs.
Well, can I? Oh wait, no, it's too late. Never mind.
If you have a reaction,
Well, I was just gonna like scream, "Can anybody help over here?"
that's fair.
Not to you, not to the party, but to, the people outside.
Okay, make a... I will say, yeah, you're probably too isolated. There was not anybody nearby the building when you came into it, so... But you did pass by people as you were going through the terrarium itself. But if anybody is nearby that you didn't hear, maybe they will come. Vim, do you want to help Perry?
Let's see. Do I throw a bowling ball at the one that's already weak, or do I try and get the fresh one to be annoyed?
The existing one looks really bad. Or the first one looks really bad.
And it's up next. I think I'm gonna try and bop that one with the bowling ball and see if that makes its life terrible. So yeah, into its
Roll
space.
damage.
It has to
Dex
make the
save, sorry.
dex save.
Dex save.
Yeah.
7.
7? Alright, so here's the 2d6. Nice.
How do you want to do this?
I think it kind of like takes out some legs and it kind of collapses onto the fireball, and which keeps taking it out. So it just
It collapses onto that and then like continues to burn whatever, but then like as the legs are taken out, it hits the floor and just kind of like it starts to shatter and become a pile of bones instead of this inanimate undead or
as it passes through the fire, it does that thing where fire damages the bones so they turn brittle.
yeah, just brittle bone disease.
Cling, 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 cling. Right, that used up the move action, so I have to leave it there now. But what I should be able to do is, do I have line of sight of the other one from over here?
If you back up onto this landing, I'll say that you can see the top of that skeleton because it's big, and you're down maybe 5 feet.
Have you been rolling a dexterity saving throw to see if the creature takes damage or not?
Yeah, it's a 2GM, so
2GM. Okay.
To the
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I need
Is
to.
this
Actually, what is the range on it?
It's a dex
60
save,
foot,
so it's true if you're doing that.
Yeah, we were rolling it. Don't worry.
All right. How far do I need to? I think I need to come all the way around. Actually, yeah. So, you know what? 10 foot of movement, jump up here. There we go. Problem solved.
Yeah. There you go. That jump.
All right. Yeah. So I'll do a frostbite again. I'll see if I can debuff it. So,
Okay.
con save.
16.
16, I believe. Where is it? Spell save. Yeah, that
Damn,
passes.
this is very confusing. You using ice magic.
Ice
It's
is
like
just
blue-
me. Ice is just me taking the heat away from somewhere.
That's strangely
I
logical.
like that. It is a cantrip, so it's save or suck. So yeah, it doesn't.
You ever heard of freezer burn? I'm expanding.
I'm becoming more than just fire.
You better hope I never discover what chemical burns are.
Could become an acid mancer. Any movement or any other things, Dim?
I've moved over here, so that's everything I'm gonna do there. Proceed.
Okay. Right. The elk skeleton is done. Quilton, you are up.
Okay, I kind of kneel down, gather up the wind around me, and with a sudden burst of speed, I shall leap over Perry onto this display case.
Okay.
Start punching his head.
All right.
I'm still a monk. I can still only do so much. $13
Will hit.
for 4 bludgeoning.
It does more than you expect.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
it.
or now I
Police don't like being punched.
now I expect it.
Yeah.
And now I am going to use a flurry of blows, so 2 attacks.
All right. Go for it.
22, and then
Will hit.
10.
Will miss.
Rolling bad. 5 bludgeoning.
Took some good chunks out of it.
Yeah.
Bones are beginning to crack, but it's still standing. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. Perry, you're up.
I'll move the daggers into the middle of him.
Okay. It is a magic action to do that. All right, yeah, Alright, so you're gonna go ahead and bloop. Or right in the middle, so we'll go there.
Oh, now we can do the middle.
I figure since there's debris there and whatnot. You know, you're right, Joey. You're right. I'm contradicting myself.
He's doing there.
Let's put it right there. I assume you're not going to go into the skeleton anyway. Okay, yeah, it just takes the 4d4 damage. $11. Getting good rolls on those.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like 11, 10, and 11. Oh my god. All right,
I think the first
bonus
one was
action.
12. I got like the full
Yeah, max, yeah.
effect. Anyway, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it does. It turns that chunk into a blender. So, and theoretically, only one thing can occupy that space at a time. So, that's
Yeah.
why it hurts so
Okay.
much.
Elk skeleton does not like it, and it will back up. Perry, you can take an attack of opportunity if you wish, with a melee weapon
Yes.
or unarmed strike.
Let's do a dagger. Why not?
Woo!
Natural 20. It's like your own cloud of daggers.
Yeah.
Just grab one from the cloud.
Yeah.
So I roll it twice, or what's the new?
If
It's
you
still the
just
same
click
thing.
It
Yeah,
should
go ahead and
roll
click it. We'll stick with the rules. Did it
Huh.
roll?
Roll d4.
It did not roll one more d4, so
Roll d4.
total of 9. Not bad.
Still pretty good on just a single dagger.
Yeah. So yeah, it's getting out. We're going to say that you kind of like throw your dagger into the cloud of daggers, and it kind of like joins the thing, and then hits it on its way out. And you grab you. So awesome is that you grab your dagger back as it kind of comes back around to the whirlwind.
Oh man, I wish this thing understood. Well, does it understand? I guess we don't know.
You can try.
Well, I can't now, but
Oh,
I
okay.
have something up my sleeve.
All right,
Some more
it's
daggers.
going to make another hoof attack on Quilton. Does an 8 hit,
It's not.
and that's its turn.
Well, the fudge attack
Yeah.
doesn't even require a focus point. It just happens on reaction.
So I don't know if this would require anything more from a turn. Am I able to look around? Does it look like there's more elk statues or setups
Make
that might become a problem?
Make a perception or make a perception check.
Yeah.
And roll something real quick.
We just hear on the floor above us, like many, many footsteps.
You look around. You do not see any other things, but you do see running out of the archway. There's no actual door here. Running out of the archway as you're scanning, what looks to be a hooded figure, or something in dark clothes or dark fur or feathers or skin, and it just runs out and goes around the corner of the front entrance.
Hey, I'm gonna let's see. First, can I get this safely over there? I think so. I can navigate this around. I think, yeah. So I'll send the orb scooting past Perry quick enough that it doesn't do anything. And just bop it in. Not next to Quilton. It needs to be.
Gotcha. That good?
Because otherwise so he's not taking damage.
Yeah, you streak it around Quilton, give it a curveball. Okay.
So dex save from that.
11.
Yay! Full damage again.
Yep.
26. It's
Nice.
getting higher and higher. This thing's getting hotter.
Definitely bloodied, bone marrowed, whatever you want to call it.
And I am going to use. Let's see. So if I do a 30-foot jump from there to here using 10 foot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
Use the rest of my regular movement to go 20 foot to there. And then use my action to dash.
Okay.
So I can get to there. And I'm just going to be shouting, "Someone's running away! I think it's their fault! I'm going to get him! I'm going to get him!"
Jim, slow down, calm down.
I'm nearly out the door from the back of the hall.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh man, I love jump now. Jump is
Yeah,
the best.
that's kind of awesome. Quilton. Oh, I'm sorry, Vin, if you have anything else.
No, it's just my regular end of turn.
Yeah. Quilton, you're up.
Okay. Alright, tack. 15.
15 will hit.
7.
7 will miss.
Next down,
That's just what you needed to do. Double damage. How do you want to do this?
I go, like, Pim, slow down! And I just hit every single, like, weak point in the skeleton, and then after a split second, it just crumbles to the, just crumbles.
You hit it a couple times. You do your like a kick into its leg and like bend the knee backwards, and it collapses and falls into the cloud of daggers, and that finishes it off.
The old man protecting younger kid instinct kicks in. He just backhands it out of the way.
Yeah. Right.
We don't have to worry about replacing this. It can't cost much. Probably $1.
We'll stay in turn order for now because there is a potential chase going on. So, Quilton, you may continue your turn.
I see there's no more danger. That's gonna land on the banister and we'll do a cool slide down.
Yeah, you're monkey enough to do that.
Okay.
Actually, they're a hedgehog.
I didn't even mean to pun that. Okay, and that's it, Quilton?
Yep.
Perry, what would you like to do?
The jump got. Well, what's the thing?
Oh, like the jumping glide?
Jumping glide, yeah.
Well, I don't think that's what it's
Okay,
called,
yeah.
but yeah, it's like
wing
fall or something. Wing burst.
You can. I assume you want to get rid of your swords or daggers, as they're just tearing up like the extra exhibits now.
Yeah.
I should have said the buck stops here. But I liked your pun too.
Jump a glide, boys. Jump a glide.
As the pigeon, you have the glide. You can pretty much you gently fall at a speed of 60 feet. So I'm going to say that pretty much if you jump off the balcony, you can pretty much land probably right at the front of the door, or anywhere like next to Quilton and Vim, depending on how far you want to go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, the angles is a little weird. I don't think you'd be able to get outside without a lot of maneuvering.
Yeah.
So, okay. Other stuff happens. Vim, you're up. Perry lands just right in front of you.
I'll rush past through the door. It's 10 foot there. Do I see them?
Make another perception check. You do. You get out there fast enough they're not able to pretty much escape your vision, but the figure does start to look like they're beelining it to the edge of the terrarium.
Hey, no.
I will use 10-foot movement to turn into a 30-foot jump. The rest of my 10 foot, so another 40 foot towards them in total.
Okay.
And just to be safe, I will use an action to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right.
So,
How far is he away from him right now?
We're gonna say he is. You maybe land within 10 to 15 feet, as you sort of have to like nail the landing, and they can just turn. But you're gonna land in front of them, and they're gonna. Let's see, what am I gonna do? I want them. Actually, no. What it's going to do? You're gonna look at this thing. It's not going to cast something on you. You're going to look at this. It looks to be a bird folk of some sort in dark clothing. It's dark night, cloudy, so it's moonless. You are in the brush now, in the foliage, so you don't have a good look at him unless you have night vision. I think. Do you have dark vision?
let's see, features.
I think you do.
Dark vision, yes.
Yep. Alright, so you can't quite see what color he is. You think he's a corvum. I think it's a male corvum. and it's going to basically disappear in front of you. It's not quite disappear, but it kind of like dissipates into mist, and then isn't where they were. You hear a bamf behind you.
They stepped
And
into
at
mist.
Definitely. You hear a bamf behind you, and he continues to the edge of the terrarium and turns around, like not like facing you, but like looking over their shoulder, and he jumps off the terrarium. So we'll go out of initiative now. What does everybody want to do as Perry and Quilton run outside as well?
There's a setup! An ambush!
He ran that way.
And just to be safe, I will drop the concentration on the flaming sphere, which is unoccupied inside a museum.
Yeah, you come back after trying to chase him, and the whole thing's on fire. Yeah, the flame sphere's out.
What I would like to do is I'd like to use a charge of my wild shape to summon to cast the Find Familiar.
Okay.
In the form of, let's see, I think they can do bat, can't they?
Yeah, like
Probably.
any
If
tiny
you can do a
creature.
flying speed.
Any tiny creature.
Yeah, bat is in the list that they say is sort of the short list that they
Okay.
recommend. So
Put out
that
ember
should
bat.
be able to navigate in the dark a bit better compared to
Okay.
a bird. And I'm just gonna send it like, follow them.
All right, they head off. Let's go ahead and move this back to the terrarium map, as danger is now kind of over. But you send that after, and what do you do? Like, are you just letting it try to follow it?
Just as the bat, trying to follow them, keep track of them, if possible.
Have the bat make a perception or investigate. Perception check, actually.
So using the bat. Oh, they actually have alright wisdom. So this will be. I wish I could click it on the sheet. So this is a +1. So 11.
11. The bat, you get it out close enough because you're close enough to this, and it's kind of getting over the edge before you guys can even get to the edge of the terrarium. And the bat, I assume you look through its eyes.
Yeah, it has for your benefit. It has 30-foot fly speed and
Okay.
blind sight.
Okay, so the figure has dropped a little bit, and they put out their wings to glide. And it's kind of like looking back up and seeing it. And then it sees the bat and then disappears. Looks like it goes invisible.
Ooh. So is it within 60 foot of the bat?
That's the blind side, I assume.
Yes.
Make a perception check for the bat again.
It says, moreover, in that range, you can see something that has invisible.
Yep.
Let's see, perception. Ugh, no.
You look around and it kind of loses. The best you can tell is that the birdfolk probably dropped its wings. You're up high enough that you got plenty of several seconds of free fall time for anything. That it probably dropped to get out of range and then continued on, and is now out of range of the blind sight, and is still invisible.
Okay.
You have no idea which direction they went in.
I will tell the bat to continue searching, try and find anything that it can't see but is there.
Okay.
Echolocation.
Yeah, and I will sort of phase back to these guys.
They disappeared, but I'll keep looking for them. Are you guys okay?
Yeah, we're okay.
Yeah, what about you? You don't look too great.
Yeah, you took a puff to the face.
It's fine. I'll just
And it just sort of like squeezes their cheeks, and you hear it.
Oh.
Rub your nose back.
No, actually, that's not okay.
Hey,
I'll do a cure wounds.
now you know you're a real adventurer. Got a
You
broken
guys
nose.
roleplay for a little bit. I'll be right back. Well, actually,
Nice.
let's just while you're doing that, let's just take a proper break so anybody else can do that because we hit a lull in the action.
Lol.
Lols.
I'll be right back.
Right, I'm gonna refill my water. Be right back.
Yeah, me too.
Let's get back to the game if we're all back.
Yes, sir.
Flashback to Rikki in her rooms. Keep doing movie quotes. People keep knocking on the
Yeah,
door.
Like the mechanisms that you did to keep them going is like starting to
Starting to
like,
break
fail.
down.
Like
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well, she
so
was once.
she's got to run
once-
around and start like moving them again.
I thought she was gonna go to the dean as well.
Yeah. She'll probably end up going to the dean. But it's probably only a couple minutes after midnight because the fight. You guys showed up pretty much as soon as you could. So we'll say that you kind of like coordinating stuff. So technically, we came alone and didn't tell anybody. Technically, so. But yes, jokingly, she's spent extra time fixing all of the breaking.
Can we take
mannequins.
Can we take a short rest? I'm missing a hit point. Kidding.
Yeah, but you scrape your knee accidentally during the short rest and you lose a hit point.
Oh.
Actually, you take 2 hit points.
Oh, jeez.
Now, so, well, this is up to you what you want to do. Right now, this is the immediate aftermath of where we left off. You're each healing each other up. What would you like to do?
Try to follow this guy. I know the bat's trying to find him.
I
But
think
that
it's
was
time we
the-
go to the dean.
Also a good idea.
Was there
Okay.
only one way for them to get back into the tower if they've glided off the side?
Yeah,
I imagine it's probably like a magical biome that's going to be like, like a Star Wars docking bay in space where you could just walk through a thing and it doesn't it's not really a snow globe kind of dome over it. It's probably like a magical dome that you can just pass through.
Oh yeah, like, as in they pass through. They're outside of the tower now. Will they have
Yeah.
to go in through the main entrance? Sort of
Oh,
thing?
okay, yeah. So the terrariums are kind of floating outside of it, so they would have to go in through the main building. I see what you're saying. Yeah, the main building has probably plenty of entrances and exits.
And
It is
he was
large
a
tower.
bird. He was a bird folk, so
For
they're kind of
birds, yeah.
designed for them to get around easy.
Yeah.
So there's no point trying to catch them off coming back in.
Yeah, you'd have no idea which way they went. They could just run into the woods for the rest of the night. You've essentially lost their trail.
Yeah, I'll
so-
check in with the bat occasionally, see if it's managed to pick anything up, but unless you say otherwise.
Roll a D100.
Ooh. It managed to find its soulmate.
Nope. You think you see
Well,
something, but
we've
then
got-
it's just like it's like a really shiny flat surface, and you see its reflection. It's like, oh, that's just the bat.
Ooh, a moth.
But what would you like to do other than that, instead?
Should we tell the people in charge what's just happened, or should we try and find the guy?
Should probably let them know.
Okay.
So probably head to the dean. I'm guessing at that point.
Okay.
Maybe reconvene with Rikki on the way by accident.
Yeah, you kind of start heading to the dean's office, because you don't see any other people around the terrarium. At least you're thinking you want to kind of like hurry up because you have no idea where the figure went. You do sort of meet up with Rikki, and as they are coming out of the dean's office, and you guys show up. So she's just finished saying what's been going on, what about the note and all that stuff. She turns to you as you're coming in, like, "Oh, good. I thought you were going to send the bird, the statuette." Looking right at you, Quilton.
Well, it's better to tell you in person since we reached a bit of a dead end.
So the dean ushers you into his office. All right. So what happened? So Dean, telling me that you are kind of somebody knows what's going on. We've been keeping this under wraps, so I don't think this would be somebody playing a prank on you, unless it's someone that I trust.
First of all, we apologize in advance because your museum is a bit of a war zone right now.
Oh, well, what's the worst that could happen? Just a couple of plants get uprooted. We'll replant them. It'll be fine.
I hope those elk skeletons weren't irreplaceable.
Yeah, those elk in the main building, those are those elk are dead.
Yeah,
we can't get more of those.
Well,
what happened?
Someone made use of them.
Huh.
But they weren't here to help. You know all those reports of the skeletons acting weird and the bone monster? Well, there's more bone-related shenanigans happening here at the Avium. Because we were attacked by 2 animated elk skeletons while waiting for our informant, who turns out to be of ill intent.
They believe your
coffee's wearing off. I'm starting to get the
Yeah, you look like you're here.
Starting to wind down.
Everybody just have some coffee. It's been a long day, a long night.
Pulls a chair out.
Starting to crash. Oh.
Did you have a look at the note that we were sent? Did the handwriting look like anyone you know of?
Not immediately. I'm not a penmanship forensics expert. Did you find anything at the scene of the crime?
Nothing of note, we don't think.
Well, I think the crime found us.
We found a hooded figure fleeing the scene of the crime. He looked like a Corvum.
Corvum. Yeah, I mean, that's not going to narrow it down that much, but... necromancy. He's sort of thinking to himself. Alright, well...
Wasn't one of the people we talked to a Corvum? Was that a teacher or a student?
There's one of the Corvums was a teacher. That was the one that Perry went to go see.
Wasn't he the necromancy, or she the necromancy teacher?
No, you're thinking of I think it was a Gallus, but no, it was not Nightwing.
It
was not the necromancy.
Divination one, right?
Yeah, it was the divination one, correct. Well, it can't be the other professor. Good.
I was just saying, not that they can't, dual subject. But maybe that...
Animating bones is something that we do here all the time for the servers, but... you sure you didn't find anything at any other accomplices? Well,
not that we saw.
I'll get security to take a look. They got to clean up the place, it sounds like, anyway, so...
we kind of got out of there pretty quick to try and get after them, and after that we couldn't find them. We came straight here.
Well, let's take a look at let's step back and see where we are. We now seem to know that the whatever strange things going on are not from Professor Nightingale. She's been expelled for other reasons.
Oh, what? Why was that? I forget.
She was doing
illegal research.
She was doing essentially other necromancy research, but
Okay.
but she has been we've been pretty much keeping her.
Oh, right, we found that super evil book in her office that she didn't keep
Yeah.
hidden.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she said she didn't know was there. So
They've got to say right away easily enough that they have an alibi of they're kind of being watched by school security and whatnot. Or at least have some sort of scry or tracking spell on them and whatnot, so they're likely not able to escape and get out and whatnot.
Did-
Has anybody
they
been
have-
keeping eyes on the library? Oh, sorry, go on.
I'm gonna say, did there have any understudies, any Corvum understudies, or people that would also have access to their office?
Not directly as an understudy, but their office isn't 100% private. It's if they're not in there during the day, they could step out, and any janitorial assistants could get the get keys and whatnot to get in there. And then, of course, anybody with a knock spell or something like that could easily do it.
While
What do you
we're
say,
talking-
Shorty, about the...
Yeah. Turns to Shorty. What were you saying? Or to Perry?
Anybody keeping eyes on that librarian? And would they have access to the office?
Professor Morgrave? Unlikely. I mean, obviously, again, magical, they could, but they're also not a Corvum. They're a Strig.
I forgot that.
it's not. I mean, it's not beyond the realms that this person could have disguised themselves with the intention of being seen.
That is true.
It has to be someone who knows about our research. Not many people know about us researching pages with missing books. It's you and the librarian, and I don't think we've told anyone else.
Well, in my opinion, I don't know what Professor Swiftgale would be up to no good. They are a bit of a gentle soul, but I'm not about to rule it out, especially with your word on suspicions.
Well, I'm just saying
I would
that
ask
not many
that you
people know about those missing pages.
Kind of looks around and so the doors glances over at the closed office door. If you believe that they might be responsible for this for some reason, I would need some actual proof. But if you have suspicions, you will either find something or clear their name. I would suggest perhaps take a look at investigate them or their library or their quarters or something.
Oh, he's such a nice young man. I don't want to accuse him of wrongdoing.
I don't either, but you accused Professor Nightingale of one thing, and it turns out she was doing another. So,
Mark, during this
yes.
conversation, could I have recalled my bat familiar and just be have it on my shoulder and checking the room like a little alien sonar beeper, just being like,
Ooh, that is a good idea. Holy crap, I like that. Okay. Yes. We'll say that you do that. You pretty much collect your bat when you realize that it can't really go anywhere and you don't want to dismiss it right away.
I can just poof it out, poof it back to me.
Yeah, or you can do that. So yeah, every so often you kind of go into viewing something to look around. Make a perception check.
Using the bat.
It's a bug hunt, man. It's a bug hunt. I would say using the bat.
So +1
Yeah,
onto
0.
this. Goddamn.
4. You could do it one more time because you're doing it throughout the conversation, so we'll not quite an
Yay!
advantage.
It's
but
worse.
You kind of go into the bat and you blink around, and it, nothing obvious is there. There's no invisible people in the world or in that area. If they're hiding through other means, or if they are behind a curtain, as well as being invisible, you might not be able to see them because you rolled so low. But you can tell that there are no invisible people around from
it's just
looking.
the very obvious. Wait, it's pinging.
Yes.
There's nothing in front of me. That's not right.
You get the very basics of confirmation that there's no one else in here that is invisible.
Just event during the conversation, they just sort of tune in. The dean's like, "What is that noise?" Just a little bat on my shoulder, going.
I'm going to give you inspiration because that is a brilliant. That was brilliant thought.
Yay!
Make me laugh, or you impress me. You get inspiration. But back to Dean, the Dean. Well, and I don't want to jump to conclusions, but if you have a suspicion of that, I do trust you as the defenders of Alderheart and the eventual defenders of the Avium. As he looks at Vim. I trust your judgment. Perhaps start with him, or the library, as that is where he spends most of his time. Now, I have a museum to clean up.
Sorry again.
We did actually very minimal damage. It could have been a lot worse. I could have done a lot worse.
You could have, yeah.
You are learning, young Vim.
Rikki chimes in and is like, yeah, I kind of got a little bored while I was waiting for you guys to come back, and so I started punching some of the mannequins to practice, and I may have really broken the Vim mannequin. Sorry.
Just one of the professors walks past, is like, you need to come to the psychology department. There's much to discuss here.
But you may do what you wish. You can head back to your dorm. You can continue looking somewhere. What would you like to do?
It's midnight, right? Like middle of the night.
Pretty much.
Should we check that Figgery hasn't been brutally assassinated, just in case?
The librarian.
The little mouse.
Oh yeah. So how was
the
your?
One time we were like, let's take you the thing we gave you so you can let us know if anything goes wrong. Nothing will go wrong in that time. It's
well,
fine.
it turns out we totally forgot to use it. So
you head up to his door, and it's actually cordoned off a little bit with like police line tape.
oh no.
There's nobody around though. There's like no police officers or guards or anything like that.
Dark Mark.
What do you do?
I see if I can look in the room, see what happened. I didn't know they had police tape in Humblewood.
You go to open the door, and it's locked as some students walk by. It's like, hey, that's the international symbol that he's got a lady collar. Let him be. And the students keep walking. It's their version of the sock on the door, the necktie on the door.
Wow, I really
I've seen him draw.
I really am
I don't
behind the
get it. What
times.
does it mean?
How old is Perry?
Perry's old enough. He knows. The birds and the birds.
Are they saying hug to each other?
Are they hugging? Are they doing high fives in there? Are they
Holding hands
regurgitating?
without gloves.
I saw Figgery and one of the students making babies in the closet, and one of the
Babies looked at me. And I saw one of the babies, and then the baby smiled at me.
In any case, yes, he is.
Oh,
not
anime. I got it.
Wait a second, I get it. French class.
Corventi.
There you go. Ugh. First the regurgiteria. Now this.
This whole facility is just a den of depravity.
Yeah, what kind of college is this?
We fall apart when Boom's not here.
It's for the birds. Yeah, oh yeah. She keeps us in line.
Oh yeah, she wasn't here last time too, and
Man, their spring breaks must be wild.
Yeah, they go south to Panastrano. I don't remember the song's called. The swallows go south to whatever. Anyway, you leave
south to
little
swallow.
you can we'll stop there. You can leave the figurine there for him to pick up in the morning if you really want to, Quilton, or you can hold on to it.
I mean, you can tell the figurine to go to him.
I keep it and I go, bro before hose, man. Bro before hose.
Crows before hose.
Crows before hose.
The figurine misinterprets and goes to deliver that message to him.
Oh no!
And just flies in the window and whispers into his ear. Hose.
Crow.
Hose. Ah!
Okay, so he's fine. You can. What would you like to do instead?
Go to sleep.
It's probably a little late to go into the. Well, actually, we'll say that if you wanted to go to the library. Tonight,
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, do you want to see if we
the-
can go to the library? Just
Yeah, I'll say I'll retroactively do this. Is that you'll get a little bit extra, like security badge sort of thing that lets you go down there during nighttime.
Level
As
2.
normally people cannot go down there, so he lets you all get that. So you can either go to sleep, you can start looking down there, or you can look anywhere else.
I mean, it's Hayes much to suspect him. Maybe we should just look down there. So, yeah,
Take a look down, see if it looks like there's any, muddy footprints or such from someone running back in.
All right.
Where did we see the skeletons? Like they were going somewhere?
The student just saw them head
Into the library?
down to the library, but she
Okay.
didn't follow. She wasn't allowed to go down there.
Yeah, it's after hours, so maybe it's different down
Yeah.
there.
You head on down here, and it is quite silent, as there is nobody down here.
I got my radar on still.
Beep,
Man, next time we
maybe-
have Find Familiar and there's something invisible, I'm gonna have to steal that. That's too good of a...
yeah, that is so good.
Yeah, blind sight.
Okay, so we'll say that Vim. So what would you all like to do in here? Vim is, looking for invisible people. What would Perry and Quilton like to do? We'll say Rikki's just looking around, and she'll give advantage to any one of your rolls.
Just seeing if there's any disturbances or skeletons down here or...
Okay, so you're just gonna
Yeah,
look
check
for.
all the closets. That's
Yeah.
where they'll be.
All right, you gonna check all the nooks and crannies and whatnot.
I'll help with that.
Yeah, Perry. Okay, so we'll say that Quilton and Perry can each make a investigation check. Vim, you can make a perception check.
Me or the bat?
And if somebody gets a really bad roll, I'll say they can just go ahead and re-roll it. That'll be Rikki's faux advantage
That is a
16
natural
for Perry.
20.
for a total of
Oh,
21.
baby.
Bat gets an 18.
Yeah, so the perception check, all of these are really good. The perception check, you kind of ping everything around. There's nobody down here that is invisible. You're much better able to determine that right now. You're very competent. Both Quilton and Perry, as you're looking around, you each eventually sort of making your way across other parts of the library on either opposite sides of the wall, and you eventually meet up at one point, and there is a hidden door around a corner, kind of like tucked away in behind some bookcases.
We must
This
have
is
read.
fancy.
We must have read every book in this library. Why didn't we find this before?
Well, I don't know. We weren't really looking for it.
It's true. Has it?
Uh,
Do we have evidence that like it was used, maybe not closed all the way, or was it completely hidden?
Make a make a survival check for tracking.
yeah, Perry's gonna
Perry.
start pulling on books.
Yeah.
You start pulling the books; they just start coming off the shelf. You don't see any anything that the investigation check didn't already show you, Quilton.
Okay. Well, I don't know if like it's not surprising there's a hidden room here. It doesn't seem related, but I think curiosity would get the better of me. Look inside.
Yeah, you kind of like look on the door as Perry's pulling out like things. Aha! It's the red book. Perry pulls it out. Nothing happens. Like, oh, maybe it's just a normal door, and you push on it, and it opens. It does open. It looks like it has a mechanism that will kind of mechanically close it afterwards. So
It's called a hinge.
the hinge
I'm
just
gonna call
holds the
for
door and
them.
lets it open and close. There's a mechanism
I'm
that
kidding.
makes sure it's shut. I am out pedanting you, Joey. Yes, would everybody like to go inside? Into the
Yeah, I'll
death
call
closet?
Vim over and show him what's going on.
Rikki, we'll say Rikki volunteers
Rikki,
to stay at the entrance to make sure nobody leaves or comes in later, and kind of we'll give you make sure nobody gets you from behind or anything like that.
If you're attacked by shadows, beat them
Punch
up
him in
for
the
us.
face.
Yeah, punch
All
him in
right.
the face.
Just like last time.
Yeah. You can handle 4 of them, right? No problem.
I can handle 6.
Yeah.
Head on in, and you'll be let me volume over here.
Oh.
Rikki in the back as she is guarding the entrance. You and your companions find yourselves in a small hallway, dimly lit by motes of magical light which float in a slow, random patterns near the passageway's ceiling. The hall before you continues onward into darkness. Several doors on the left side, and eventually it turns a corner. A small way, if you will, yes. What would you like to do?
These are doors.
There are 3 doors. 1, 2. They're right next to the sconces, or this one right here, actually.
Are they labeled, like marked or labeled?
They are not.
So I'm gonna try the first one. See if
Does open up.
is it a skeleton full? Is a closet full of skeletons?
Not today. Looks like this is an old office of some sort. Bookshelves are mostly barren. Couple of older things on there, but looks like it has a layer of dust. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while.
This was for like private studies by the sages here a long time ago. This is the ultra forbidden section.
Oh, I want to do the next one.
Right, open that up. It also opens up relatively easily. This looks to be more of a workroom than an office. More shelves, still just as barren as the other one. A couple of loose parchment on the table. Not much else.
And just take a peek at what any of the parchment says, if anything.
looks very academic. Doesn't look like anything related to anything you were talking or researching.
They're all blank. Oh wait, sorry, I was using the bat again.
Perry, I assume you want to do the third one?
Yes, I want to listen in for, like, put my ear to the door.
Okay, you put your
to-
ear hole, your bird ear hole to the door. Go ahead and make
Yeah.
a perception check, hearing-based perception check.
Oh boy.
15. You hear very light breathing.
Your birdie is here.
I'm gonna wave my arm and, like, snap, indicating,
That you're
something's
sassy?
inside. Something's inside this room, but not say it. Just, like, try and indicate it.
Through interpretive dance.
Yes.
I'll kind of flank this side. It's probably just a librarian just doing late night studies.
Rusty's closet.
All right. If
Wait,
everybody's in position, I'll open the door quickly.
Okay.
Aha!
Yeah.
I know he has the X over him.
In this, the small... Okay, this is a little weird because this map is slightly custom, so the description might be a little off. This small stone room smells musty and old. Bookshelves line the wall. Apply this to, like, the 3 rooms that you've seen. Though many are mainly empty. Tables and cushioned chairs occasionally in each of the rooms. In this room, you see what you can identify as Professor Mordain Swiftgale. He is standing upright, and his eyes are closed. And he is surrounded by a field of swirling gray energy. Has a jelly-like viscosity, it looks like.
Oh my! Immediately let my guard down, so I was ready to kind of attack something.
Vim casts Fireball. But no, go on.
Kind of wave my hand in front of his face.
Doesn't react.
Guess his eyes are closed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take my cane and see if I can poke him. I know there's like something protecting him.
You are able to poke him. He doesn't react, and he also doesn't fall over.
I gesture to the others, like, see if you can help me. I try to like lift him up and see if I can move him or shake him awake or.
Try shaking him awake. He doesn't respond to that. You kind of check for a pulse. He does have a pulse. As I said, he's also lightly breathing.
Yeah.
The pulse is... Make a medicine check, actually, for the checking his pulse.
Okay. 7.
7. You don't get any information other than his heart is still beating.
I have a water skin. I'm gonna, like, squirt it in his face.
Kind of just splashes off this miasma, or kind of like gets into it and kind of like sticks to it.
I cup his mouth and hold his nose. No, I'm just kidding.
Put his hand in warm water.
No, he's definitely being somehow paralyzed, imprisoned, forced unconscious in a sense into a stupor by some sort of whatever this magic is.
Yeah, let's see if we can move him to like one of these, like into the office and give him one of these chairs so he's not standing.
You do? You kind of move the body like Clue. Rikki just kind of like stares at you. You put him down on one of the chairs. And he doesn't like bend his body easily, so you kind of like lean him against the chair, and he's still like stiff as a board, so you can't really like.
I know the pressure points.
Get him to sit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're able to eventually have him sit down. It's it's not difficult, but you're also like you don't want to hurt the guy.
I think this is an opportunity to use this raven, saying we found a professor immobilized, and like I'll take out the raven figurine, send a message to the dean saying we found Professor Owl Guy.
All right. Step out a bit so you can send the thing. Before you do, look at the end of the hallway that you didn't continue down.
Yeah.
There's a bit more like light coming from down the hallway, and it kind of expands a bit. You hear a
bird,
and then and then it gets slightly dark for a brief moment, and then lights back up. Shadows on the wall, essentially, that's covering up the entire light source.
I think they know we're here.
Send the message and let's go and stop them from getting away.
A good idea. Rikki, keep doing what you're doing.
Can do.
Don't punch him. He's still alive. He's not a mannequin.
So she'll go ahead and kind of like guard the door and guard him as well.
There we go. Okay.
Keep Summer safe.
You send the bird off, I assume, to
Yeah, tell the dean.
to the dean. What do you do?
We should investigate.
All right.
Even though it is very much past my bedtime. Luckily, I pull out a decanter of endless coffee. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm going to go for another 3 hours. Let's go.
You do that kind of like heel click jump as you as you go down the hallway. Right.
Come on, guys, let's go. No, you just wait up. I'm already going.
Oh no, what did I do?
Wheel!
There we go. You turn the hallway, and well, if you want to turn the hallway, there is a door that is slightly ajar. Large double door that's slightly ajar. That is where the light is peering in from.
You could have committed to be a full jar.
The door is slightly ajar enough for a bat to get through?
Yeah, probably squeeze in through, yeah. Maybe can't just fly in, would have to kind of like walk in or climb in, crawl in a way. But yeah, can do that.
Alright, I'll send it forth just to make sure there isn't a guy with a magic mace just waiting on the other side.
Boop. And I assume you go into its
Yeah, I'll have a look-see through the regular bat.
Right.
Vim's eyes go back of his head.
You see several servitor skeletons sort of working on what appears to be equations on a blackboard or on paper, and you see a corvum in familiar sort of robes at the front. He immediately, as soon as this bat goes in, turns around and seems to have been alerted to it somehow.
Alarm goes off, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And immediately magic missiles it.
Vim, what happened?
So let's actually roll for initiative.
I will tell them as this is happening.
There's a bunch of skeletons and the bird and
Oh, I'm fine.
I felt it. I felt every moment.
I felt it's like this is the beginning of a Cyberpunk. They like record the moment someone's killed onto the device. It's like, I can never experience this high ever again.
Ah, damn. Didn't select the token. Rookie mistake!
It's pretty good. 14.
Let's see. I'll roll it again just so it puts it on. But
Okay, yeah, you can update it as needed.
You know what would make the alert feat really, really good? If you could switch it with an enemy. Maybe that's too good.
What do you mean switch it with an enemy?
Let's see.
Switch initiative with an enemy, but that's like a little too good.
Oh, yeah.
Make him always the
I got
last.
an 8.
You got an 8? Everybody's initiative's
I
correct?
changed it.
Cool.
So unless someone wants the 8, I think you guys are fine with what you got, I imagine, though.
If you want to switch, I'm fine with that.
I might want to go last, so because I have an
Let's see
idea
what-
to have them all bunched up.
Alright, I'll switch with Quilton.
Okay.
You good with that, ShortStack?
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
Although, Finn would have told me they're skeletons, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
You
yeah.
described a bunch of skeletons, yeah. Alright, the door is still cracked only in front of you, so you don't have a view in there at the moment. But, so you don't quite know what's going on, so I'm just going to sort of prepare some stuff. Okay, Vim, you are up.
Right, let's see. So I can get... Ooh, I can just get to the door. Can I look through the door? Or will I need more movement in order to be able to...
You can push the door open as part of that. If you want to just peer in, you can sort of see in there. You have seen that this skeleton is scrambled a lot closer. It is not readying anything. It looks like it used its whole turn to move closer to the door. It's like right in front of you now.
The bat's gone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Magic-
shut it down.
Magic missiled.
Should delete it then.
I did. It might be
Oh.
stuck in your screen.
You're stuck in the past,
When
man.
we spend 5 minutes like we did last Sunday about...
I literally kept seeing it on in front, my icon in front of that thing, so I had no idea what was going on.
Okay. Query, does the bird look like he's wearing metal or holding a metal?
He is. The image looks like he's got like armor on. He doesn't. He's got more clothing.
So, not going to worry about that spell. I'm going to take a chance here. I'm going to be like, you need to stop right there. Stop what you're doing. And I'm going to try and cast Hold Person on him.
Ooh, okay.
So, DC 13, Wisdom save.
I will say that you would understand that it is not a person. It would be a monster unless the new humanoid. It is definitely not.
He's talking about the bird folk. They're humanoids, right?
Yeah.
They are
The
they are
main guy.
bird folk, but the main guy. I'm sorry, I wasn't
Yes.
looking at. I'm fiddling around with something. Okay, yeah, okay, you're gonna use Hold Person on him. Okay, what does he need to?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom. Let me just double check his stuff.
So, probably fail, but it's worth a try.
Six.
How much?
6.
6.
6.
6. He got a 6.
Okay. It kept cutting weirdly, so it just
Sorry,
sounded like you were going thick.
He's thick.
You know, more than 5.
Alright, so... yeah, he is paralyzed for the duration that at the end of each of his turns he can repeat the save.
And you are concentrating on that?
Yes. I have used my movement to get to this point, so I can't back up anymore, though.
Okay.
I'm like,
The door
That
is-
worked. Quilton, he can't move.
Okay.
The door is still only open a crack, so if any of these things can shoot arrows at you, they can't. Harry, what do you do?
I don't know. I was gonna use Tasha's hideous laughter on the guy, or girl, or them. But they're already.
Ooh.
I mean,
Can
you
you cast
could be
Bane?
both. Ooh, yeah.
I
that
do
sounds
have
good.
Bane, yes.
You could make it harder for him to get out of it.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
If you come up and get line of sight, you can Bane the area.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
4, I think.
You get right there. You'd be able to. You'd be right next to the skeleton, but you can see it and Bane whoever you'd wish.
Yeah, let's do it on the four of them.
So him and I think you got like 2 or 3 more you can target with it, depending on what level you're casting it.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Up to 3 creatures. Oh, wait, no. 1 additional creature, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 that are in the... in
Red,
front
blue,
of the
or
desk, I guess.
red, blue, orange, and the Corvum. I marked them with the little circular icons.
Yeah.
So tell me what colors you want.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so red. Do they need to make a save, or are they automatically banned?
I think they have to save against Bane.
Charisma saving throw. 13.
Charisma save. All right, so we'll do red, blue, and oh, they are going to have a lot of trouble here. Red, blue, and orange first. All fail.
Nice.
The Corvum is paralyzed. Does he just automatically fail things, or just fail?
Not for that, because that's still a mental
just X.
stat.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Charisma save.
His mind works. He just can't move.
He got a 13 charisma save.
What is your?
Oh, yeah. 13.
Okay, he just makes it. But all the other ones are banned, so I'll put a yellow B on all of these. Bzz, bzz, bzz. Right. Yeah, you are concentrating, so careful not to get hit. Anything else?
Right in front of the Skeleton Boy.
I'll
No,
say-
that'd be
Fine,
it.
Quilton goes
you
before that
could.
one. He might be able to bump it back.
I will say that you could close it. Just close the rest of the crack of the door. He can no longer see you, and then you would be able to take your 2 steps back.
But would the holding still work?
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to see anything, so it's already.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So you close it. You don't know what's going on the other side, and you're able to step back. I'll say you can get back to 2 spaces if you wish.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good move. Skeletons are up. Now it's at the end of his turn.
End
That
of
he
each
could
of his
attempt
turns,
you.
he can repeat it.
And it's a wisdom save. I'm sorry, is wisdom or
Yes.
Yeah, it was wisdom.
From his. Oh,
For my spell.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry. What is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
DC,
yeah.
Vim?
13.
Okay. You don't hear any moving around, but you also can't see. So find out when you open the door. Quilton.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
Gonna Kool-Aid man through this door.
boy, man. Use the battering ram. No, I'm just gonna open it up.
It's time!
Did any of the skeletons move?
Yes. So that one would have gotten there. This one probably would have gotten here.
Oh,
And
perfect.
the bird folk is not moving at all.
That's what I was hoping for. So I'm gonna cast a 15-foot cube. Thunderwave in front of me.
Yeah, thunder
All right. 15 foot, you'll hit all 3 of those in front of you.
How much damage? Constitution saving throw.
Con save. We'll go green, blue, orange. Nat 20, 17,
That
14.
roll's horrible. 2d8. Wow.
Did the Baners roll negative too?
Oh yeah, they all get -4, so... It's going to be -4 to the nat 20 won't matter, -2 and then -2. So 15
Well, the green one
and...
wasn't baned anyway, so...
Oh, you're right. So I'll just it'll be 13 and 12
Guess
for
they all.
blue and orange.
Guess they all make it.
What is your DC? 12?
12. Yeah.
Yeah, they all make it.
All right. So they take half that. They take 2 thunder damage. And all the desks and chairs go flying outward, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much that the area right in front of you is kind of clear right now. Good try though.
Yep.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Well, hold on. See, what's that?
Bonus actions.
Hey, dodge. Bonus action. Oh, if I use a action point. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Red is up. He's gonna pretty much come right up to you. And he's going to... Pretty much picks up a sword and, or has some... They all have weapons on them, I should say. And so they will use a sword on you. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Actually, can I recon that last thing? Can I use a focus point to, I'm able to dash and dodge, but I just want to dodge, essentially.
Okay, you can dash as well. That's fine.
Well, I'm trying to block
you
the
can use a
door.
focus point.
Yeah, I want...
Okay, gotcha, yeah. Okay, so you're dodging.
Yeah.
He's going to take a disadvantage attack on you. 6 will miss. Boop, boop. Next up is green is up, and it will attempt to do the same. Does a 10 hit? Probably not.
It's not.
Alright. Both just take some things.
Thematically, I'm like, I have my quills out, so I'm harder to hit.
Yeah. Vim, you're up.
I would like to push into the room
Okay.
and just scoot past Quilton here. And I'm going to use my action to summon Slaughter. I think if I drop him... Yeah, if I drop him here, then his summon will hit these two.
Red and blue?
Yeah, so red and
Okay.
blue will have to make dex saves.
Red. Natural 20. Blue. 12 minus a d4. -4, so 8.
I mean, the 12, it failed anyway on that. So,
Okay, alright.
So nothing on red, but for blue, 2d6
Ooh.
fire damage. There we go.
Good chunk out of blue.
Then, let's see. His turn immediately after. So, I think I'm going to... it's an action to summon him, so I can't do that. What I can do is I can bonus action prepare a produce flame in my offhand. And
Is that a bonus action?
so
Oh, it's a bonus action spell. Sorry, yeah, I thought you were ready.
it's a bonus action to prepare it. It's an action to throw it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, you got a flame.
And then I will have Slaughter come over to me and teleport us to the other side of these guys. So he can do 15 foot. So I'll go. And
Would you like to take Quilton with you?
Would Quilton like to come with me? I think Quilton might.
I want to stay where I am so they don't get
I
through
think
that door.
Quilton's like, you go without me.
Okay.
I must protect this door.
Now, on the teleportation, each creature within 5 foot of the space that the spirit left must succeed a dex saving throw again. So I think it'll just be blue again.
You could move it here if you want.
Oh, true. Yeah, if I have Slaughter come here, then all of these guys.
Another dex save on each of them?
Yep.
We'll do green first. Fail. And then blue and orange. All fail even without the thing. Without the thing.
Hell yeah. So they take 1d6 plus 2.
Such a powerful thing.
Ew.
Never mind.
No, my trait wouldn't apply because he's a summon, so he's a separate entity dealing damage.
Still do 9 damage across the board.
So you do damage when he appears and when he teleports?
On his initial summon, he deals 2d6. On his teleport, he deals 1d6.
That's a bonus action?
Just his ability.
Okay.
Yeah, it happens on his turn. He just has to tell him to do that.
Oh,
so.
he has his own initiative.
Yeah, he exists.
Yeah. Okay.
You still have some movement if you wish to move. Oh no, it's not your turn anymore. So you can put yourself on any of the.
And then he goes and tells me, he moves me.
You can put yourself on any hex that is right next to Slaughter. So if you want to move closer to the crow, you can.
Yeah, I'll just drop. Yeah. Have him drop in there.
All right. After all that, Perry, you are up.
Let's do some Starry Wisp action at red.
By the way, I'm using uncanny metabolism, thanks to all the coffee I drank, to regain all my focus points. At the start of the combat. That's okay.
So that you can do more uncanny McDodge.
Yep.
Okay. Perry, what did you say you were doing on red?
Starry Wisp.
Oh, that'll hit.
Ah.
Yeah, it's radiant.
It does not do any other. Does not do extra damage.
Aww.
But it does hit him. The Starry Wisp has any other. Can't be invisible and is now spreading light. Anything else, Perry?
That's all I got.
That's fair. It happens.
Want to give a bardic?
Sure, you can do
yeah, who wants the bardic? Probably you, Quilton. You're the only one I can see at the moment.
All right.
Yeah. Orange is up. It's going to turn around, and it's not super smart, so it's not going to go after Vim. It's going to go after Slaughter.
No, my boy.
It'll be fine.
How's it good, my boy?
13 hits Slaughter.
I'm actually trying to find his sheet. Is it?
Should be under extras.
Extras.
That's usually where summons and mounts and whatnot are.
Let's see. We've got. You put a sheet into Roll20, so.
Oh, good. Okay, that. Hopefully it's
13 AC. I forgot what you said.
Yep, it's 13. It got a 13, so it does hit.
Okay.
Slaughter takes 7 piercing damage.
Oofed. Yeah, he's alright.
Right. The next one is going to go up to Quilton. Attempt to hit Quilton, who is still
Yeah, I'm still dodging.
dodging. 8 will miss. That's it. The crow is up again, and he will make another wisdom save.
Moment of truth. Moment of truth.
Yeah. 18.
He breaks free.
Breaks free at the end of his turn, so he
Yep.
kind of like shakes it off and kind of like gets his posture, looks straight at you with a Kubrick stare. But that is his turn. Quilton.
I'm like mid-step towards him, like, wait, no, you're not supposed to do that. No.
Caw! Quilton, you're up.
Fortunately, I can only do that shatter once. Oh, what else I got?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying I can only do it once.
Yeah.
So it's gonna start attacking. It's gonna start with the red, I guess.
Okay.
16.
That'll hit.
These are skeletons, so 4.
It'll do more
Yeah.
because it is a skeleton.
Alright, flurry of blows.
This is on red.
Yep, red again.
Red is looking really bad.
So 10.
10 will not hit.
Inspiration. 12.
12 just hits.
Nice. Thanks, Perry. Come on, go hit.
Anytime,
There we go.
kid.
8.
Yeah, what happened to Quilton as a beholder?
You come around with a roundhouse kick or something and just kind of like bones go flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Third
Yeah.
attack.
One more hit against
Blue is looking the worst. He's looking really bad as well.
blue. 18. Come on,
18 will hit.
There we go. 7.
You only had 2 damage on him left, so he was going to go no matter what. He also, you pretty much just do a roundhouse kick through both of them and just obliterates the 2 of them.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay.
360, no crutch.
The green is up. He is going to just attack you because you're right in front of him. Quilton. 8 will miss. We'll position a little differently. Vim, you are up.
I am going to, because I forgot that it's a bonus action to command slaughter, so I wouldn't have prepared a produce flame. Instead, I will quickly whip out a frostbite at him. Be like, no,
Okay.
you stop moving. Chill out, man. So, con save.
He counterspells because he is really panicky right now.
And I will bonus action tell Slaughter to teleport me behind him. And him.
Wherever you want him to go, I think you have control.
Can you do that every turn?
Every turn, that's a bonus
Yeah.
action I can have him do.
Yeah, I remember Mark played one, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is insane. I mean, all you have to do is kill the bat, but like,
Yeah.
Joker couldn't
so
even do that. So
The skeleton that we left has to do dex save again.
makes it with a 19.
So
Actually, he's got a minus 4 or 1d4, so his bane on him.
I don't think it won't take
Yeah,
it to 12.
still gets an 18. Still gets an 18. So
Yeah.
worth a shot.
DC 13. So
Yeah, math.
wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Rapid fire, quick turn. That's everything there.
Okay. Perry, you're up. You heard a bunch of like, the door is half open, but you just see a bunch of bones just fly by in pieces as you saw Quilton's
Yeesh.
roundhouse kick. You are up.
There's lots of flashes of light as well. Just
Can I see green?
Yes, you can. So you can kind of like push the door open. And you can see fully into the room now.
Okay, yeah.
Red roses too.
I wondered if you were going to say that. Starry Wisp.
All right. That just hits.
It's something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean it's a cantrip. You pretty much baned the guy, so you're good. You're good. You're support, mostly support. Anything else?
That'll be it.
All right. Orange is up, and it's gonna come back around here and attack Vim. It's a 17 hit.
Just hits.
You take 8 piercing damage.
Oofta.
Roll a concentration saving. Con save.
Actually, that doesn't matter anymore because the spell that I was concentrating on, he broke from. So.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Which I guess technically does that? Am I still concentrating on the spell that he's broken free from?
You can. The spell ends, and you can also drop it at any point
Yeah.
without a thing. So you're not.
I was still thinking about it being like, please, stop moving. Ow.
That's that. The crow is up, and the Corvum is up. He is looking at his spell list.
Ready, he might teleport again.
He's looking through his book, combat. Oh, I know we should have prepared. I go, he looks important.
Chart.
He looks important. He's on the front cover.
He is like all of his defenses are gone, and he is surrounded, sort of, and he's just like, all right, gonna do this. He kind of looks at you and goes, "Turnabout's fair play. I need you to make a yeah, he'll probably just do this no matter what. Dang it, come on, where's the wisdom saving throw, please? At advantage.
Oh.
Go ahead and roll. Ah, good. As he casts Dominate Person on you.
Oh no.
And he's gonna turn around and say, "Make sure nobody follows me." Any better voice? Make sure nobody follows me.
Make sure
And that
nobody follows you.
And that I don't get hurt.
And that you don't get hurt.
He runs over here, throws that door open, starts running down the hallway. And I will reveal that. You are up. I'm sorry, no, Quilton is up, sorry.
Jim, you look more zoned out than usual. It's like the look he gets whenever he's in front of the fire. Yeah, I'm going to arm strike. 3, 4, 7.
That'll kill that because all of your bludgeoning is super overpowered against skeletons.
Okay, ooh, can I dash? Yeah, I can use a...
Key point.
Might be able to do it as a... I think it's... Oh, disengage is bonus action.
I thought you had a dash
you have
and
to pick up
dodge.
the wind.
Yeah, dash and dodge.
Yeah, if I use a key point. Or a focus
Yeah.
point. I can take the dash as a bonus action. So... I'm going to use bonus Oh, that means I can't use my extra attack. But it'll get me close to him.
Yep.
So I'll go right here.
No, you can't follow him.
What is the pathway you take?
Basically straight. Well, no, there's a thing. Sorry, okay, I didn't see this thing here. I'm gonna use it. No, I can just walk up here. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and hit the thing. Sorry, I just didn't see the.
No. You can keep going. You can easily hurdle over these tables, but if you went next to Vim, he would probably try to do something to stop you. And it does look like you will cross by Vim.
Okay.
A straight line.
So Vim, I would like you to make a some sort of melee attack against Quilton, or attempt to grapple him. Whatever you feel would.
If he's passing by, he's.
I'm also passing by the skeleton, so.
Yeah, the skeleton will also get an attack of opportunity too. So.
Well.
Skeleton. So here's the thing: you are walking by, they're going to get attack of opportunity.
Let's wait till Vim. If Vim doesn't grapple me, then I run past him. So.
Yeah. So Vim, you can either attack, attempt to grapple, or attempt to essentially trip him and push him.
I mean, attempting to grapple and trip are outside of what I would normally be able to do as an opportunity, right?
No, you do an unarmed strike.
It is now an unarmed strike as part of your thing, and you would be able to do an unarmed strike as part of the thing. Yeah, they clean that up. So
I can click this handy dandy button, unarmed strike.
That'll miss.
Misses.
Try and grab you by the quills. And, ow! Stop!
So now I will try to run past the skeleton.
Can't go that way.
It is actually because it's okay. So yeah, it's part of the unarmed strike thing, but it's not actually an attack. So this is the new rules. It usually would be this. So let's back that up a little bit and just make sure we do this right. Sorry, Joey. Joey, you need to make a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
And I'm doing an athletics or just
the DC is 8 plus your strength modifier and proficiency bonus.
For me?
Yes. What is your strength modifier and proficiency?
Modifier 0.
Of course.
Proficiency, what's it at this level?
2 or 3.
Why is it not? There it is, 2. So 10.
DC is 10. Quilton, you need to make a dex or strength saving throw.
Yeah. 13.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, you were fine.
Continue.
I know I got in your case about that earlier in the adventure, and I completely forgot about the change of rules.
Yep, there we go. That's you're gonna get after me for. Yep. If you're gonna be like, "Hey, surprise rules work away," I'm gonna make you do this. But the servitor skeleton also just you dive under the table of the servitor skeleton, and it just comes down on top of it and misses you.
Okay.
So you can close that gap.
And that was a bonus action, so. Alright.
Alright. Vim. And Perry, you're on deck.
Okay, well, I'd go after him, but no one's allowed to follow him, so.
Yep.
So probably I think the best thing is just for Vim to try and frostbite Quilton.
Okay.
So con save from Quilton.
Con save Quilton.
13.
You make it so nothing happens. And I would guess I would probably bonus action tell Slaughter to make an attack against you. So he does a ranged weapon attack. Your spell attack modifier to hit. Okay, so I'm just making a spell attack.
I'm just kind of remembering spells. Does this actually let you harm allies, this spell?
I will double check this.
Yeah, double check that.
Does its best to obey. Specifies level. You can use your action to take total precise control until the end of your turn. Only takes the action you choose. Doesn't do anything that you don't allow it. During time, you can cause the creature to use reactions. Requires you to use your own reaction. Time takes damage. It makes a new Wisdom saving throw. Higher levels. Blah blah. Yeah, it doesn't say. Yeah, like you are not compelled to hurt him. You are compelled to stop them from following him and preventing him from doing it. So, if I may, you can attempt to teleport Quilton back because you are now still allies. Although I think you need a willing creature.
It's a willing creature.
Yeah. But
I will tell Slaughter to get up in his face and be annoying.
Okay. So, Quilton, I would say that you have essentially reverse help. You're getting like disadvantage depending on what you do next turn.
I'm giving the Corvum the help action.
Yeah. Essentially, you're giving the Corvum the help action.
So that there is a bat in your face.
Okay. Anything else? Movement, whatnot?
Like me as a character has literally interpreted.
Nobody goes
sure
close.
No one follows. I can't follow because that would be disobeying.
Except Slaughter, because he's not a someone. Perry, you were up after watching all of that happen.
All right. I move in and
No.
First I gotta. What?
Stop it! You're following.
I'm gonna Starry Wisp Orange.
Okay. That'll hit. Good 5 damage. He's looking really bad, but he's still standing.
All right. That's all I got.
Okay. Orange is up.
Have any extra bardic? It might be good for me.
I do not have any more.
Oh, okay.
We didn't long rest
yeah.
for the.
Draining those resources. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that the Corvum's a little dumb. Doesn't completely think this out because he's in a bit of panic, and he tells the skeleton to protect me from this one. Protect me from this one. And so the servitor now starts to go closer to the Corvum. Vim, what would you like to do as it steps out of your range?
Hate to be that guy, but
yes, I do have a reaction back. No, stop!
Oh, that's right.
Try and grapple him.
What are you saying, Joey? As he's
Sorry, I just forgot he had a turn, so he has a reaction.
Yeah. I went through the same thought process.
Yeah, I double check that too. You are also not friends with him, so you could attack him if you want. That would not be out of the realm. So it's up to you if you feel your character would grapple or attack.
His thought process has been hijacked. He's gonna grapple.
Okay. It will make a it's better at dex, so it'll make a dex save and it'll get a minus natural 20.
You keep getting natural 20s on these baned guys.
I know, right? But not on the attacks.
It turns out it's like Uber Bless on a skeleton is bane.
It is going to take attack on you, Quilton. There is a help action against you, so it is going to get advantage. 7 before the bane, so it misses. Vim, you managed to grab its short sword as it's going by, and so it then tries to attack with the short sword, and the short sword isn't there, so it just completely whiffs, and I'm going to say it's disarmed. Still has attacks, but it can't attack with that thing. The Corvum is up. Don't follow me! And he's going to slam the door, and you hear him run into the next room and open another door, and then shut that.
That sounds like 2 object interactions, Mark. No, just kidding.
Sounds like one was an object interaction, the other was an action to interact with an object.
Oh, you got me.
No, because I've actually
One of
thought of
these
that in the
things
past when I
won't
first
let
started
me.
DMing. I'm like, can they open a door and then open another door? No, I technically can't. But yeah, he is. But he has gone into the other room. Quilton, you are up.
I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
See all the stairs, and I go, oh, stairs! Oh. And, get a running thing up here, open this door.
Right.
Coffee's wearing off. What, 25 feet?
You find yourself. Let me actually get some good music out here. Did I pick out a theme? I did not pick out a theme for him. Oh.
Dear.
Female deer.
That's the second time you've made that reference today, Bendy.
It's a good reference.
The system worked.
It's an older reference. It's an older reference, but it checks out.
It still checks out.
You find yourself in a macabre laboratory. An assortment of bones lay strewn across the tables, and foul-smelling liquids bubble in pots. The stench of death is gut-wrenching. A terrifying creature lurches toward you, a hulking monstrosity of bone and sinew. It appears to be comprised of hundreds of birdfolk bones, jumbled together to form a roughly humanoid shape. Birdfolk humanoid shape. The arms end in several talons intertwined into circular claws, and the creature's face is made from the top halves of two birdfolk skulls, one atop another.
Oh, I think we found the monster.
Oh, yeah, now I see the beak thing. Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
I haven't looked straight up this right.
Still have the eyes, yeah.
Oh god.
It gazes at you with its four empty red eyes and emits a smirk. As much as a beak can. The Corvum turns at you. You don't understand what you're doing! Stay away! Stay out of my way!
I can't do that. Whatever you're up to. It's not
I'm gonna
natural.
Say, slight between combat right now. Quentin, you're gonna step a little bit into the room,
Okay.
if that's okay.
Yeah,
And we're gonna kill the other
walking.
servitor skeleton. As pretty much Perry just finishes it off, and Vim, you go running after Quilton to be like, stay away from going in that room.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, like, when he shouts that "stay away" and Quilton starts talking in the distance, you hear, "I'm trying."
Perry, you can follow up as well, and you guys, and you can be in the hallway or you can be just outside the door as well as you all get there and see this. Vim, you're still under the command, but you can still see what's going on.
It's still my turn.
How would you respond? Yeah, so we're taking a break from thing. If we come back to thing, you'll start your turn again, Quilton. So you will have first initiative. Yeah. Okay. Vim is now grabbing onto you and trying to pull you back.
Come on. You need to go.
Is he trying to grapple me?
I'm not being rough about it. I'm just being like, come on, like, you know, kid.
I try to shoo.
Kid that's seen a toy shop.
I try to shoo Vim away. Go. We need to get you back to normal. Is it?
You smack him on the head.
Well, let's say if I cause damage to him, does that break it?
Let me double check that. Actually,
has a chance to. I think it said.
I don't want to hit him. That's mean.
During this time, it can also each time the target takes damage, it must make a new Wisdom save. So, if you want to smack him on its head.
If that's okay with you, Vin.
I mean, depends if you're going for a big hit or just being like ping.
Unfortunately,
So you do one point of damage.
Unfortunately, I'm a monk, so my unarmed strikes are very powerful.
I will say that you're smacking him like
Here, if it's my turn, I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Hold on. So you don't have to do this, Joey, but we're not right now in a turn-based thing. We're sort of in a monologue. If you wish, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you wish to just bop him on the head like you would one of your students, as you've done in the past, you can do 1 point of damage to him, and we'll say that the spell will automatically...
He's killed many students.
Yeah.
Because
Perry, unfortunately, does not
civilians.
have counter charm yet. The one thing that would be really good.
Well, if you'll let me just reset his charm with that, then sure.
Yeah, so take 1 point of damage, Vim.
Then re-roll my save.
I'll say that it automatically happens. This is just sort of snapping you back into normal
Reality. Oop. There goes
Now that's
gravity.
all right. All of you, none of you, get out of here. Leave. Stay out of my way. You don't understand.
Then explain to us. Come on.
Yeah, what
You
was
can't
that?
just leave us hanging.
What was that thing doing, skulking around the school, scaring
I need to
students?
stop the aspect.
Sorry, Perry, do you want to come in? I'm blocking.
Yeah, could you move your big
Yeah, just come up here.
tush? Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Okay, now where were we? Okay, yeah. What do you mean stop the aspect?
I need to stop the aspect. It's immortal.
What do you mean, stop the aspect?
It's immortal.
Immortal? What do you mean stop the mortal? Wait, hold on. Okay.
The aspect is immortal, and the only way to drain its vital energies is through necromancy.
Have you been impersonating that librarian?
He's fine. I needed cover. He's not harmed. Don't want to harm anybody.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're on the same team here. Why are you trying to stop us?
Were you not the person who sent the shadow creatures after us? The skeletons?
Okay, yes. I tried to hurt you then, but you were getting too close, and you would have just... This... It needs to be stopped at any cost.
What do you
You
mean,
didn't think that
stop
maybe
the
we could
aspect?
help you?
No, I don't think any... How many of you... Show of hands. How many of you have necromancy knowledge and abilities?
If
I
we
can
work
try.
together, it's better than on your own, you knucklehead.
Make a persuasion or intimidation check. He's very afraid of those knuckle sandwiches.
Only Rikki was here.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay, well, what can you do?
We're the heroes. What can't we do?
And how are you going to stop the giant elemental fire entity?
Guess what we're here to figure out?
And what have you figured out?
Well, we would have figured out more if you haven't stolen those pages, because I'm confident that was you now.
Steps over to the table here. Yes, here. I've got several of them right here. I've been using them. I've not destroyed them. I've needed them. Can't take the whole book. Be found, and then they'll stop everything, and then you'll come into.
I turn to Perry and I go, I think this guy's a little off his rocker.
I think he's just a little emotional. Yeah.
Why are you trying to keep the information away from us when we're trying to do the same thing?
I already had the pages. Couldn't put them back. I wasn't keeping them from you. I was reading them, using them.
Okay, but why the attacks?
Because you were getting too close to finding this.
We're going around in circles now. You think we give a good gosh golly?
I go, stomp on your foot as you're about to say it, and you're like, "God."
I just imagine it comes out like you're listening to like a TV version of a movie that does a really bad dub.
Perry, you were in a school.
You're right.
There's a school-wide censorship spell, so it kicks in.
That's how they make sure all the puppet shows were PG.
I still don't see how creating this monstrosity helps defeat the aspect of fire. You're gonna have to come with us, Mr. What's your name?
Obwald.
Mr.
Oddwald.
Mr.
Oddwald Ebonheart.
Mr. Oddwald. You have nowhere to go. Put down your disgusting monster bird.
He looks to the two doors, to the south door in the room behind him.
Oh, those doors
You
there.
can't really see that well. There's a door to the north and door to the south, so just to clear that up. All right. Well, what do you expect? What do you suggest? What can you do? Stop the aspect of fire from destroying all of the wood
Well,
with necromancy.
necromancy might be the answer, but you didn't have to be so secretive about it. Try to hurt people and scare students by having that thing wander around the campus. You're going about this the wrong way.
Every moment that I waste here, that element gets closer.
Oh, I know all too well. Our homes are in danger. Meadowfen. Any day now is going to be engulfed by those flames. I've had my home when I was younger than you destroyed by the fire. I know the dangers of flame. Why do you think I'm here? Man my age, old man my age, on a adventure with these youngins. I have no reason to be here, but I want to protect the people I care about from these fires just as much as you do.
Make a persuasion check.
Perception. Make sure he's paying attention.
Make a persuasion check. It is a lower DC. I'm not giving you advantage, but because of your emotional appeal, really good. It's going to be a slightly lower DC.
17.
Kind of looks. No. Kind of just like looks back and forth, sort of trying to look panic. What's everybody else doing in this moment?
We can work together. Defeat this thing.
Perry and Vim and Slaughter, what are you doing in this moment as Quilton is stepping forward, reaching his hand out?
I will have Slaughter stay in between us, just in case.
Okay.
I'll have my hands up, like, I'm not gonna do anything.
I think Vim is gonna try and puppy dog eyes.
Okay, so that goes with Quilton's 17. I don't think you can do this. And I need to be able to do this.
What's that bone creature doing?
Staring at you with its four eyes blinking out of sync.
Oh,
Any chance? Oh God! Any chance you have of bettering the odds is gonna work in your favor. We're here to help with that.
So far, you're the only one getting in your way. You're making this a lot
Look
more
around.
difficult.
You seem to be getting through to him. He kind of just looks back and in a rather less stern but a more panicky sort of voice. He kind of says, "No, I'm sorry," and he begins to run. And he tells the creature, "Just stop them." As we're going to go back into initiative, unless anybody has some sort of surprise.
It is 9 o'clock.
Okay. Right, this is 9.
I'm good with going, but it's up to Bendy.
Let's fast track this then. Give me one action that everybody does as he's running.
Oh, I don't want to miss combat though.
It's honestly, you were already probably going to avoid most of the combat, so don't worry.
I mean, has he already moved from that spot, or is this before he moves?
Yeah, he is. He's pretty much moved there. He's told the creature to protect, and he is reaching for the door.
'Cause
What do we
if
do
we-
in the split second
the-
before you start combat?
If the combat is like, if the turn order is a little bit wobbly, fluid right now, I could have Slaughter move us all 15 foot towards him.
That would be
Exactly
great
what I
for
was-
my next move.
Exactly what I was hoping you would do. He opens the door and he just puts everybody right surrounding him as this creature begins to just plump, 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 and then turns around and like plump, plump, plump. Perry, as you land, and he is just kind of like taken aback by this, and he's about to cast a spell. Perry, what are you going to do?
Tasha CD's laughter.
On
I've
him?
got a bone to pick with you. Yeah.
He is about he counterspells, but he laughs. Starts kind of like breaking down a little bit, and he holds his hand up and tells the creature to stop, as it is right behind Perry and Vim.
Can I give him a hug?
Stop. Yeah,
Group hug.
yeah, you can give him a group hug. well, Perry just says group hug.
Yeah, exactly.
Group hug, group hug, group hug. And he kind of just says, we need to stop this thing.
I agree with you.
And that is where we're going to call it for tonight.
Meanwhile, down the hallway, Rikki has finished torturing the guy.
Guys, I found out a lot of information. It turns out, yeah, Rikki just comes in. Don't worry, guys, I got you, and he just beats the crap out of the
Flying drop kick as they turn giant in midair.
No, he's on our side. Oh my. Is that a level up?
You can officially level up, as the end of this chapter is pretty much the aftermath. And we will get the specific aftermath at the beginning of next thing, because there is a little bit of treasure you can find if you look around.
Okay.
But you pretty much talked your way through things.
Oh, 5.
But everybody may
Just
level up.
We're all just in a hug, and then
Hooray.
suddenly...
I forgot I had the grappler feat. Wasn't relevant to anything, did, I guess, but...
Grappler? I've been calling her Crandall.
Grappler. Yeah, basically when I do an armor strike, I can do a grapple attack with it.
Grappler, I hardly know her.
Oh, I get stunning strike.
We're at level 5. Yeah.
And
level
I get
5.
2 attacks on my attack. Nice.
Yeah, that was let me close this out. Oop, oop. Yeah, so that was pretty much combat, join the group hug. I couldn't figure out how to snap him out, so I'm just carrying Morgave with us. Throws him into the pile of hug.
It's just another curse object for her pile.
She just comes in. I accidentally turned giant.
While holding him, so he also turned giant.
He's an object, technically.
Has anyone ever seen the? Well, I know Shorty has the Dungeon Soup Tiny Man skit
I don't think so.
Oh,
There's it's a vendor that's like, would you like to buy this tiny man? The guy in a cage is like, no, help! He sold me a potion of shrinking and then put me in this cage.
he did it twice. I'm actually a giant.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh.
He sold me to a guy and then sold him a potion. I'm double shrunk.
So yeah, we'll be entering chapter 5. We'll probably be able to get this done at probably 3 weeks, maybe within a month, definitely, providing we play each week.
Providing.
Yeah, I've got to read. I can now start prepping chapter 5 and see like what pathway you take, because this is, I think Joey had mentioned this at one point. This was like their first book, so they kind of like went a little out on, if this happened, you could do this, and this happened, rather than kind of like giving you a guidance to that sort of like splitting thing. So it looks longer than it actually is in my notes, but that's because I put down.
That's the way the Strahd Reloaded guide is. Like it.
Yeah.
Every single choice, it gives like 3 paragraphs about what your characters do if they do this one specific thing.
Yeah, it's, and like for that kind of story-based like dungeon run, well, at least with the castle, like that kind of makes sense, because like everything, it's not quite open world, it's this open area, but it's a story that is building up. But yeah, the permutations get a little ridiculous.